Hello and welcome to another episode of Historical Churches here on SAR Histories, where on the channel today we will be visiting St John the Divine Church in Horninglow, Staffordshire. Construction on the church began in 1864 and it was consecrated in 1866. It consists of a chancel with north vestry, a nave of 5 bays, north and south aisles, and a southwest tower with a spire. St John the Divine was designed by Edward Holmes and has undergone remodelling and repairs over the years. The vestry was extended in 1911 and in 1928. The east end of the south aisle was fitted out as a lady chapel. A peal of 4 bells was increased to 6 in 1875-76. Though I have been past this church many times before, this was my first visit and the church was enjoyable to explore. But what I did notice was the CCTV cameras which looked out of place, though they did suggest that perhaps there had been trouble there in the past. The graveyard around the church is well looked after and easy to walk around. There are many old graves here, dating from the late 19th century onwards, which are fascinating to explore. In places here you will find a handful of broken headstones, others leaning or weather-worn from age, but most are still readable. The burial ground beside the church was extended 3 times, in 1898, 1911 and in 1923. Today, this graveyard is the complete opposite to the one around the church. Here everything is overgrown, with many of the headstones completely hidden. I was surprised by how big the graveyard is, and it is very difficult to explore. It is a saddening sight to see, and it is quite simply the worst tended graveyard I have seen to date. In places there is litter that has obviously been left there for a while. Like the rest of the burial ground there has been no maintenance for a long time. The one good thing is that the war graves have been better tended and are easy to find as paths have been cleared to them. If you think that you might have ancestors here, it will be difficult to find them. Though many of the headstones are intact, they are forced into the shadow of thick overgrowth and brambles, and it may be better to search the parish records instead. As you will see, there are paths for you to follow, and some headstones are visible from it. If you plan on visiting, please be careful when exploring this graveyard, as it is uneven in places, with thick brambles crossing the path. I can only hope that this section is cleared and restores the respect that the deceased deserve. If you have enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all soon for another episode of Historical Churches. Until then, goodbye.